Welcome to Subramani. Today I'm going to talk about women and investing. Women have certain disadvantages and certain advantages. So first let's talk of the disadvantages. In a lower middle class house, or even in a middle class house with not much money available for education, the priority will always be given to the male child for getting educated. So the woman's education will be ignored. So they start off there itself on the back foot, saying that there is not enough money, so they don't get educated for whatever reasons. Then they enter the workforce, and then they get paid less. Again, there are no great reasons, but there are many companies where they might get paid less than their male counterparts, so they might earn less. They are more likely to take breaks in life, whether it is for having children, caring for children, or any help needed, right? Some kind of elder care. Could be parents, could be in-laws, could be anybody, could even be an elder person in the house or younger person in the house. So a woman could take a break for that. So largely women abdicate, saying, oh, I don't know, my father does it, my husband does it, my brother does it, kind of a abdication also for investments. So with all these things, and there is another disadvantage, that is they are likely to live long. Women on an average live about 4-5 years longer than men, so their life expectancy is higher, so they have lesser money and a longer life. This sums up the problems of a woman's life as far as investing is concerned. Now let's come to the aspects which are better. One, women are better at asking questions, right? There is a book which says why men won't ask for directions. Women tend to ask more questions, so women are far better equipped while investing, because when men and women both start at zero, the woman learns faster than the man because of the fact that she's asked questions. And I've seen some women make notes also. I've not seen too many men make notes. Yes, there are men who make notes, but on a ratio, more women make notes. The more willing to ask questions, perhaps more willing to learn. That is one advantage. Second, women are good at making budgets. If you don't know, just check out how your mother runs the kitchen or how your wife runs the kitchen. They know exactly how much of what is left, and when a bottle reaches a particular level, they know that they have to reorder. So they're good at making budgets, albeit in their head, right? They may not be writing it down, when to buy sugar and when to buy salt, but they know exactly intuitively how it is to be done. So my first piece of advice to women is to start making a budget. See how much you're spending on what, so therefore how much you're earning, how much you're spending, and how much you can invest or save. The first step is saving, so make that and see whether you're happy with that number. I'm not getting into you should save 10% of your income, 30% of your income, doesn't really matter. For a woman who is married and she's spending her husband's income, or husband's income is being spent on household expenses, etc., she can save 100% of what she is earning. But if the husband and wife have decided that he will spend on the EMI for the car and EMI for the house, and she will do household spending, then obviously she will have lesser amount of money to invest. But obviously both husband and wife have to still invest some money, even if you're paying car EMI and house EMI, right? So yes, making a budget comes more easily and naturally to women. Women also handle risk better. They may not invest in any fund or a scheme for a long time, but once they invest, they are completely committed, and they understand that there will be bad times when returns will be negative, returns will be zero, and you have to stay invested during that period, right? They are not very much worried too much about on the day-to-day basis, as long as their goals are being met. So if their goals are being met, they are more comfortable than men are. Men will try timing the market, you can't help it, and you'd say, oh, April I removed money, that was good, but then the market went up, so I reinvested, and now Fed has cut interest rates or increased interest rates, whatever be the case. Right now it is about increase in interest rates, otherwise the Fed could be cutting interest rates. Both can happen, right? So first of all, there are more women. There are a lot of women in the workforce, but recently India has been seeing a fall in the women in the workforce for whatever reasons. I'm not getting into the reasons. It's completely beyond my scope. I don't even understand why these numbers change so much. So there are lesser women in the workforce, but women can women earn well, reasonably well. Women can make a budget, so women can save, and women can invest simply because women handle risk very differently from men. Why should women invest? One more question is, some women may not get married at all. So at 31, 32, they may not be married at all. Some may get divorced at say 34, 35, which again gives you another 50, 55 years of needing to save, stroke, invest alone. Could get widowed. Any of these things are possible. So at some stage, all of us will be alone. We don't think that all of us will grow old together at the same time, yes, but will we all die at the same time? No. So at some stage there could be separation. So women cannot completely abdicate and say, oh, my husband looks after my money. So what if the husband dies? What if there's a divorce? What happens if you are in separate different cities for whatever reasons, maybe COVID? Right, so all those things are possible, and all those things have to be provided for. The bigger life changes happen more for women than for men. First they get married, and before they get married they are not allowed to do many things and say, no, you cannot do this, you have to ask your future husband, right? So so they are not allowed to buy a house. Typically a boy will be told at 23, since you are earning well, why don't you buy a house? A girl will be told, no, don't commit anything big, you never know how your husband is, whether he will like it, and all that nonsense will be there. So women are given advice very differently. Women are encouraged to spend, right? Even as kids they are given Barbie dolls and purses, and they are told, okay, go shopping, and things like that. Guys are bought toys and asked to build. So women are not asked to build. So I mean, this is just something which I am saying from my own observation and experience. So given all these circumstances, it's necessary for women to chart their own path, start investing. Read subramani.com, and I'm encouraged, I want more women to come. I have only 6.5% of women viewership. So I'm trying to do more of these kind of things, but whatever it is, feel free, please share it with the women you know, and please come back asking for what else you need to know. But one more thing is the provident fund, etc. At least make sure that the nominee is in place, because if you have not married, and if you made your parents the nominee, and if your parents have now dead, you need to have another nominee. So it could be a sibling, or if you've never got married, it could be a sibling or a nephew or a niece. So check out all that, check out all your documentation properly. I mean, this is applicable to men and women, so I'm not specifically saying this in a woman's video. Do all those things, get your investments plan right, make your plan, sit down, understand, find a financial planner or decide to do it yourself, ask the right questions, visit all the regulator websites if you have any questions, ask me on my blog for these questions, or on my YouTube channel. Chart your own path, that's the way to go. Thank you.